Hello, one and all. This is my review, reaction, and cut content discussion of Dr. Stone Future Part 1, Episode 1, and we are back, baby! We are here now in the actual final god-dang season of Dr. Stone. And I won't lie, I am a bit concerned. I mean, it's been announced we're getting 3/4, so 36 episodes, but there's still 90 chapters left of the manga, meaning that every episode of the next 36 is going to need to cover 2.5 chapters of the manga. That is a lot. And while there is a lot of, episodes where I think that's going to be very easy to pull off, there's other ones, other scenes, other chapters that are just so busy, so dense, they could easily be their own episodes. So, yeah, definitely concerned. We're going to end up seeing some really great moments, some really great characters, some really just fun things cut out and skipped. I mean, I don't think it'll be as much a concern with this first part, with this first core, but then when we get to, like, the second and third, I mean, those were the parts where a lot of people, when the manga was coming out, were complaining it was too rushed, it was too fast, too much was happening at once, and I was definitely hoping that we'd get more of a slowdown for those parts, like, okay, let's spend, like, a full, episode here, let's even have, like, an anime original arc of just dealing with all of this, but if they need to, stick this timeline, that ain't gonna happen. So I am concerned. That being said, I'm still very excited to cover, we'll cover at least this episode. I'm honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I am insanely busy right now writing my whole freaking dissertation. It's not going well. And I'm also covering Arifureta for the next couple weeks, so yeah, there is no way I'll be able to cover this entire season, this entire core at least. I will try to cover, this, obviously I'm covering this episode. I'll probably cover the next episode, but then after that it's going to be on a week-by-week basis. How busy am I? Do I have the time to find this particular episode to be really interesting? But, we'll see what happens. Either way, let's get started now in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, let's not forget, that's where things ended. That's where they ended last season, with them deciding, hey, this ship we built with basically Stone Age technology? Yeah, let's take it across the entire freaking ocean, go, make some more civilizations, just build a bunch of cities basically from scratch there, and then let's all work together to build a rocket ship so we can fly to the god-dang freaking moon. I will also say, this is kind of disappointing right here. I mean, this is almost shot for shot how it looks in the manga, but just seriously, compare the two. This manga scene is god-dang freaking god tier. I genuinely do not know how this artist, it's Boichi, right? Art by Boichi. I don't know how he made this. I mean, the clouds, they look like they could have been photoshopped in, but I don't know. Seriously, how do you make clouds that look this amazing, look this realistic? How do you make waves that look this realistic? How do you do all of this in the span of a week? I've said it before, I'll say it again. Boichi is a god. Okay, this might seem like a, anime original, like, okay, they're chatting in this scene with the reporter interviewing people just to give us a recap so remember what's happening, what's going on, where all the characters up to. But no, this is actually fully in the manga. She decides to, do interviews at the start of this trip. And it honestly works really well as an intro to this season. Minami, that's her name. I literally have never been able to remember it once in my freaking life. Minami. Also, I just do love her spirit here. Like, she came along on this trip, even though this is not really her expertise, but she still came solely for the sake of being able to record things, report things, being able to document them for future generations, to say this was the trip. This was the first trip in literal thousands of years across the ocean, and now she has a recording of it that will last forever, that children 100, 200, 300 years down the road will be able to listen to and be like, wow, they actually did something that insane. That's awesome. Yeah, they're invading the moon. They're invading the moon to attack the Y-Man. I love the escalation in this series, seriously. Also, I never get sick of how they draw the Y-Man. So creepy. Yep, first stop along the way is America, because they want to get themselves some god dang corn. Because if I remember correctly, they need corn to turn to alcohol so they can make battle fluids, so they can wake up more people, and then use those people to harvest more corn, so they can make more alcohol, and then go off to the rest of the world and just wake everyone up there. Of course, the big issue right there, an issue that Senku is well aware of, is the fact that, corn, at least the corn as we know it, is not really a natural product. It does require quite a bit of farming and work and all of that. And after 3,000 years, there's a fairly good chance the corn is just fully gone extinct, which would really, really fork up Senku's plans. Yeah, Suku's strongest primate high schooler. His plan is just to stop people from using guns or using their power to exploit others. That's a weird thing to say in an interview as you stare menacingly out the window, but you do you, man. You do you. You are wearing the skin of a lion you murdered, so you are, a little bit of an edgelord. Yeah, and Minami is fully and completely in love with that dude. Shallow mentalist. Oh, that's a very interesting way of describing him. But yeah, Jen was actually in America for quite a while, doing his performance, his shows, all of that. And let's not forget, back in the first time they tried to, when they first attacked Tsukasa, Jen made up this whole lie like, oh yeah, America, we're up and running, and we're on our way to come help you. And now they're actually going back to America. They're actually going to make their lie come true. Good for them. Oh, good Lord, Suka, I love you so much. Great detective girl. Oh, God. So basically she's allowed to go on the ship because, she stowed away on the ship to Treasure Island, and then she was so freaking useful and helpful the entire time there. They basically decided, if we don't bring her, there's a fairly good chance we're all just gonna die. So Suka's coming along. And honestly, I fully have to just believe that she is an orphan, because at no point were there any parents saying, oh, I don't think this is a good idea. Oh, she is precious. She is so freaking precious. Yeah, exactly. Suka has never been anything but incredibly, overwhelmingly helpful for everybody. Katsuki, God tier craftsman. Yeah, that fully and completely describes him. He is God tier. He is as God tier as Boichi. Hey, Kirasame. Yeah, remember her? She was on the island. She was kind of a villain, but she was also being manipulated and controlled by Ibarra. It's like, oh no, this is the word of the master. He's the one telling you to do all this. But then when she figured out that Ibarra was full of horse poop, she decided to turn against him. Fortunately, it was a bit too late. He petrified her, but then they woke her up, and she swore loyalty to Soyuz, and then Soyuz ordered her to leave the island and go help them out because she is an incredibly powerful warrior. Uptight, oh god, above. Uptight thrower specialist. That thrower specialist. That sounds bad. That sounds very, very badly written. There we go. There we go right there. Yeah, Kirasame has it bad. She has it very bad for that man. Oh, she is precious. I love her. Uptight spear specialist. At least that sounds better. God, I love that. I love that. Standing on the ship with the wind blowing in his hair. Honestly, Warrior Revenge, love that too. Honestly, Matsukaze is my favorite character in the series, simply because they're drawn entirely different from anyone else. They have this really, like, inky style to them that is just so cool. And you can see Boichi just has so much fun drawing them and just, animating them, or, you know what I mean, animating them in 2D, showing them moving, showing them in motion, basically. Yeah, his legs. Basically, Jinro did not want to go on this trip because, well, one, it is going to be really boring, two, it's going to be really hard, and three, there's a very good chance he could die. I mean, let's not forget that on the last island he went to, he was literally stabbed in the back by a clawed hand and almost bled to death. So, yeah, this man has every right to be a little bit concerned and just be against this. Be against all of this. Scumbag warrior. Yeah, that describes him fairly well. I mean, like I said, he was really good on the island. Mostly, honestly, I think what they need to do is put him in a dress, because when he's wearing a dress, he is somehow way manlier. I don't understand the logic of that, but it seems to work for him. Anyway, yeah, so Jinro tried to avoid getting in the ship, saying his legs hurt, and then Matsukaze just carried him right on board. Oh, love that man. Yeah, well, Jinro, you aren't going to be bored for long, because, again, you're on a relatively small ship in a very large ocean, and it's not going to be all that much fun. Why? Why are you up there in a storm? What, are you, like, putting up the sails? I feel like there are better people than you for that job. Okay, love this opening. Love just the, oh god, the pep of it. It feels like a show. That's amazing. Seriously? Seriously? What is this? What is this? And they're all so serious as they're doing it. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. There we go. New characters. There we go. Oh god, I cannot wait to meet Luna. She is... Oh, she is something really special. I will say that. So, they look weirdly designed here. Like they're CGI somehow. Are they CGI? I'm not sure. Oh, and then these two. Not gonna lie, I like the dude in the right. I actually really like that dude. And then that mysterious entity, person, thing. Oh, there we go. The man himself. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait to see the mysterious person make an appearance. Okay, I absolutely love this. They're all dancing, partying, having a great time, whereas the mysterious man in the background is just hanging over them menacingly, like, you are having so much fun, but you don't know that I am here to destroy it all. I am here to ruin your happy times. There we go. There. Oh, God. That's another great character. Seriously. This arc introduces so many great characters. Some of them are admittedly forgettable, but others are just... Oh, God. They're so awesome. They're so intense. They're so just... Oh, I can't wait. I really can't wait for them. Ryu versus Senku. Yeah, so this is the big fight. I mean, Jinro is hinting at, like, how long is it going to take? Well, now we're going to see the results. Oh god, she is so precious. Yes, it is very bad. Taiju, my man, Taiju. Oh, I love you, dude. I really love you. Okay, I don't know how that term actually translated in the original Japanese, but that is literally what they said in the manga too, so awesome! Apparently that joke is just universal, I guess. Oh, I love Taiju. He's basically just one big giant shield. He's not a warrior, he is a defender. Love him. Exactly. Well, because the Earth is curved, so therefore that's actually a smaller amount of distance than going through a straight line. That being said, it is way, way harder to do, so obviously, the captain doesn't want to put that much pressure on his crew and potentially, mess things up. Aww. Oh, God. I love they're letting Suka do the cutting. That is so precious. I mean, that is a pretty significant difference from 70 days to 40 days. That's basically half the trip. I really do love that Ryu, despite being such a greedy, greedy person, does actually care about, his people, does actually care about those who work under him, and doesn't want to push them to the point where they actually break. He's greedy, but he's not selfish, if you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, that is the big issue right there. Basically, they're aiming for the corn. They need the freaking goddamn corn if they want to start waking people up. And if they wait the full 70 days, then they get there after when it can be harvest, meaning no crop until next year, meaning they need to bunker down all winter and just wait and wait and wait for the next season, for next crops, they can actually start harvesting things. That being said, Senku is still being very, very overly optimistic about how exactly they're going to find some yellow den corn out there. There we go, there we go! Yes, they include the scene of their shirts flying off as they're ready for battle. I love it, absolutely love it. Seriously, this is amazing. Also, importantly, Senku is pretty ripped. I know they constantly mention how weak and, how he's just the nerd of the group, but he is fairly ripped here. And of course, this is how they choose to duel. At a poker table. Also, Ryu just happened to have a poker table built into the ship and brought, fancy, expensive suits for him and Senku to wear just in case this were to happen. Because of course he did. And they even got casino music to play. Oh, Gyo, he is so confused about how all of this happened. And they're recording it. They're recording the poker duel as well because, oh God, I genuinely worry for kids of the future who listen to this in their history class. Yeah, that's cheating. That is 150% cheating. Seriously, you're gonna trust Jen. You're gonna trust Jen to play in a game of poker. That is the most insane thing I can think of. Especially because just looking at the cards right here, you can see there are 2 5 of hearts in a row. So that is clearly not a regulation poker deck. Yeah, that's the obvious response. That is the obvious response right there because any match that he is part of will be rotten and just improper. He's gonna cheat. We all know he's gonna freaking cheat. Even Senku straight up said he's just gonna cheat. He's a fraud mentalist. That is a bit rude. Technically, Jen is a very, very good mentalist. God damn above. Goddamn! Okay, wow. Kawaku, she looked amazing in the manga, but just goddamn. Yeah, so basically the plan here is, for Jen to obviously cheat, and Kawaku's just stupidly insane godlike vision to allow her to catch the cheating. And she's narrating. She's narrating this for future generations. Oh, I love this. I genuinely love this. Yo, seriously, have you learned nothing? Every time you try to do a get-rich-quick scheme, every time you try literally anything, it almost always blows up in your face. I don't know why you think this is gonna go well for you. Also, we just moved from chapter 143 of the manga to chapter 144 of the manga. 144, Ryu and Jen versus Senku and Kohaku. Okay, would not expect Taiju to gamble, but, good for him. Also, is Kinro, Kinro is betting on Senku, so, hey, he deserves a win, I guess. Hard to say. Again, future historians are going to hear a reporter yell at people for gambling over a match that decides their future. I love it. Also, I'm pretty sure that Ryu is the dude, or at least Ryu owns the company that makes these cards. So, yeah, there's that too. Oh, right there. Are you serious? Are you serious? That wasn't even subtle cheating, man. It was very obvious what you're doing. Yeah, right there. Even I could see what he was picking up there. He's put the card somewhere else. That is bad acting, man. That is genuinely bad acting right there. What a coinky dank. Yeah, that's a fair rule. That is 100% a fair rule. From now on, Jen doesn't touch the cards. At all. There, wow, that was... Okay, let's rewatch that again. That was dramatic. Look at that. That was better animated than a lot of action scenes in other anime. I don't think that would actually work in any way, shape, or form. Just sprinkling sugar on the right cards and hoping the beetle reacts to them. I mean, you'd also get, the sugar spread onto the other cards as well, so... I like it here, but that's just an absolutely insane method, I gotta say. That's a trap, man. It's so obviously a trap. Don't fall for it. Yeah, everyone's eyes right now are on the deck of cards, meaning they have no idea what Jen and Ryu are currently doing. That is some complex thinking going on right there. Yeah, that's Senku's thinking face. God, I love it so much. So yeah, Senku might be smart, but when it comes to something like this, he really, really needs to just put his full focus on it. Seriously. She drew cards so fast, they couldn't even tell that she grabbed them from just throughout the deck. Oh, that's amazing. No, she very clearly did not, but she was so fast you can't prove that she didn't. And that right there is a straight god dang flush. It also means that there were 5 aces in this deck, which makes no sense whatsoever, but clearly everybody was cheating, so who really cares? Also, I'm pretty sure the cards, that's clearly Senku, Kohaku, and I guess Jen? I don't know, it looks kind of a bit more like Chrome, but yeah, they are the main characters on the cards. Love that. Yeah, not just straight flush, a royal straight flush, because of freaking course it is. Yep, exactly. The lacquer, the thing they've been using to record this entire poker tournament, is the very thing that Senku used to win the match, which is just such a great bit of writing right there. They keep mentioning the lacquer, this whole chapter, the last 2 chapters, and now it's actually relevant to what's going on. Yeah, there we go. Senku is very much allergic to the lacquer, so basically he just held the cards. He's like, okay, is this one that's gonna make me incredibly sick? If so, it's one of the ones I need. Good for you, Senku. You are very, very much near death, but good for you. You won. Yeah, there we go. Yo, you've lost literally all of your money because you were dumb enough to bet against Senku. And Kinro is now very, very rich, which bothersome, very bothersome. Yes, not just one poker table. Ryu has an entire goddamn casino included on this ship just so people can have some fun. That is so much work he put into this. There we go, Bar Francois. Oh, thank God they're including this, seriously. Yes, that's exactly what you think. Well, not exactly what you think it means, but it is sort of what you think it means. You people are getting drunk tonight. Seriously, God above. These people are nuts. Okay, they just skipped basically an entire chapter right there. Like, genuinely an entire chapter of Francois making mocktails. And some really good-looking mocktails at that. What is with that reaction from Suka? She looks horrified. Beer acquired. I mean, like I said, this is chapter 145. They shouldn't get the beer until chapter 146. This whole rest of the scene should just be them having mocktails and that just like look really cool and are fancy and all that. Including one with Suka's freaking face on it, which is goddamn adorable. Are they seriously cutting that out? Yeah, so basically this entire thing, this entire episode was a plot cooked up by Jin, Ryu, and Senku working together to convince the crew that they can handle this in 40 days. That being said, though, as we'll probably see in a second, Jin was genuinely trying to win in the poker tournament, and he still could not beat Senku. Yeah, Jen is bummed. Jen is genuinely bummed that he could not beat Senku. That even with all of his mentalist abilities, he still could not beat that goddamn man. Next time, Science Journey. Okay, so this episode was chapter 143, 144, and some of 145 and some of 146. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. I mean, like I said, 145 should have been just a whole bunch of mocktails. Maybe we'll still see that next episode with Bar Francois, but there's a good chance there you're going to skip that. So next episode will just get us right into 146 and 147, which is the rest of their journey across the ocean. Overall, not a bad episode. I am disappointed that we lost the mocktails. We still got, good reintroduction of all the characters. We got the poker battle. It still was epic. It still was awesome. I love the opening. No real complaints other than that, but please let me know what you think about this down below. What'd you think of this episode? What'd you think of this battle? What'd you think of Kohaku? Because that, God above, that dress was amazing. What'd you think of Jen's cheating? What'd you think of Senku's cheating? I'm still not entirely sure how Senku knew where the cards he needed were if he marked them with lacquer that required him to touch the cards to make it work. That's honestly a little bit strange to me. And what do you think of all these people getting really, really drunk when they need to be, manning a giant goddamn ship? That feels like an issue, but please let me know what you think of all this down below. Until next time, peace!